Hello all, and a warm welcome. We've been a bit dormant as of late. Jurassic World drained my life force a bit more than I originally anticipated. However, I've returned once again to bring you something new and exciting. That being a movie from several months ago that barely anybody has heard of and absolutely will not get picked up by the YouTube algorithm because of it. My desire to grow my channel is at constant odds with my desire to just make random videos on obscure nonsense that nobody cares about. That's okay, we'll press on regardless. With that said, feel free to give me a like and a subscribe if such content tickles your fancy. Who knows, maybe I'll even cover something relevant someday.
So what are we watching today?
A 1 out of 10.
Oh god, no.
Yeah, well,
I don't know, I haven't seen it.
I'd give it a 2. I'd give it a 2.
Oh, okay, that's
Ah, man.
It's better than 1.
Been a while since I watched it.
That could be funny.
Unseen is a tiny little production made up of mostly new or unknown faces, made for MGM and Paramount's respective streaming services. It's a beautiful story of friendship and overcoming adversity through cooperation and kinship, all bundled together in a premise that struck the writers during one of their bi-weekly cocaine brainstorming sessions, where one of them said to the other, "What if somebody had to guide a blind person over a video call?" In most worlds, a movie like this would never come to be, because it's kind of stupid. And also there aren't superheroes in it. But those worlds likely don't have the subversive genius that is Jason Blum, the absolute madman that's made a lucrative career out of saying yes to every single script that gets put in front of him. And thus, Unseen was born. In a nutshell, the film goes as follows. Crazy ex-boyfriend kidnaps ex-girlfriend who wears glasses. Glasses get smashed during her daring escape. Ex-girlfriend cannot see without her glasses, so she video calls another random person who then aids her in said daring escape. Shenanigans ensue.
You should, you know what you should do is go and walk in Kiwanis Park and close your eyes for like 15 seconds and walk in a straight line. And then record the inevitable you falling. Fumbling and trying to find your phone.
How did I get here? Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Where are my glasses?
My glasses! I can't see without my glasses.
Our two main characters are Emily and Sam, and the film begins with the immediate introduction to both of them. We see the two were already dealing with their own respective problems. On the one hand, Emily appears to be tied up and has woken up in a strange place without her glasses, and on the other hand, Sam lives in Florida.
Yeah, this is already, I could feel the editing like, quick, we gotta get through it. It's only 75 minutes.
Note that the only reason Emily wakes up in the first place is because Sam called her cell phone. We'll get into this in just a bit, but this is really why the entire plot of the movie happens. We see Sam holding a card which presumably has a number on it, but we the audience don't get to see that quite yet. The big reveal at the end is that she was trying to call a suicide hotline and ended up getting the wrong number. Regardless, the call obviously is not answered, and Sam resigns herself to enter the gas station she's parked in front of. It isn't necessarily important to note, but this is one of those gimmicky gas stations. Likely the tourist trap for whatever sub 1K population we're focusing on today. Someone basically decided that they were going to really lean into the alligator stereotype while also thinking to themselves, you know what two colors really go well together? Neon green and hot pink. Yeah, you know, the two most common alligator colors. Sam here is one of the loyal members of the Gator Galore family, along with her boss, meth-addicted Jeff Foxworthy.
Let's check that gloomy mug at the door. Huh? Better not be greeting my customers with that sad shit.
Now give me a break, man. You're a tourist trap gas station in Florida. Don't pretend like you don't get more robberies than you do sales during the off-season. That's okay, though. I know we have to establish that you're evil and only have 30 seconds to do it. Better throw one more in just to make sure we got it.
You smell like failure.
There it is. Character establishment complete. Thank you, meth-addicted Jeff Foxworthy. Setting 1 has been thoroughly realized. Sam here works at the most aesthetically offensive gas station in the world, and it's owned by a villain of an anti-drug PSA from the early 2000s. Needless to say, he won't be hanging out for the duration of the film because he has small puppies to go kick. And also, it would be really hard to have Sam be on a video call for 90% of the story without him telling her to stop. So he reprimands her for existing and then heads out. Sam is left to her own devices, ready for any potential inciting incidents to occur.
No, you're supposed to smile. See, this is why you get bad marks in your reviews.
Yeah. The only other important piece of information to take note of is the introduction of this gentle spirit. And what can be said of this angel of pureness? Other than the fact that I don't think her name was stated once through the whole movie, and I had to go look her up on IMDb to find out what it was.
I'm sorry for the inconvenience.
Oh, this is more than an inconvenience. That is a European luxury vehicle over there. It should only sit 91 gas. I want a full refund.
Here, ma'am, I'll comp you a thing of Lucas. That'll take care of your problem.
What is that smell? Oh my God. This place is fucking disgusting. I am calling the Better Business Bureau. I'm gonna have this redneck shithole place shut down. What'd you say your name was?
Yeah, no, please. Here. I'll even look up the number for the Better Business Bureau for you. Here's my name. Like, here you go. You go nuts.
Dude, yeah, it's like I'm gonna call Better Business Bureau, dude. I'll call him, dude. You think I give a shit? Shut the fuck up, dude. Look out of my goddamn face with this bullshit. What do you think this is, bro?
Not like I really need to say this, but she's gonna be popping up again later. On the other side of this coin, we have Emily and the nonsense she's currently dealing with. Clearly coming out of a drug haze, she looks around, helplessly asking what's going on and where she is. The answers to her questions comes with this.
Hi, babe. Dinner's almost ready.
Yeah, I think you could probably see where this is going.
It's okay. It's okay.
Charlie? Charlie?
You saw him. You knew it was him.
He's pretty handsome.
Unseen.
Unseen. Oh, the crack. This editing is already making me sick.
Yeah. Only gets
It
better.
seems like something I
Like it was such a jarring there's already such a jarring it's already such a jarring mishmash between like this girl like going to work at a convenience store mixed with this girl like, tied up in her house.
I can't go from listening to The Dark Tower to this and not just be like, wow. This other shit is actually like take shit seriously, but this is completely retarded. Fucking sucks. Which isn't even like a fair comparison, but I'm making the comparison anyway. I don't give a fuck.
Meet Charlie. Oh man, what can be said about Charlie? Remember in Batman the Animated Series where there's that one freak who used mind control on some girl who rejected him while he sat there making Alice in Wonderland puns the whole time? Take away the mind control and the Wonderland theme and you basically got Charlie. He's the town lunatic who's the big sad because his girlfriend broke up with him. And so, in true Batman villain style, he decided the best course of action was to kidnap her so he could evil monologue at her while cooking a romantic dinner in the kitchen. Please note that if you're looking for anything else, evil monologue is essentially 98% of his character. The other 2% is that his dad took him on hunting trips. That's his little gimmick of choice through the movie.
Even though taking a life at a
I got a lion to bleed on me, and I'm a lion.
I'm trying to listen to his like cringy
He's
Joker
saying-
monologue.
He's saying he wouldn't
would you
shoot her
say?
because it's too impersonal.
Yeah.
Too impersonable.
He's one of those crazy people.
He's doing an evil monologue. I can't hear his cliche evil villain monologue.
Don't worry, Tom. I'll pull it back for you.
No, no.
Yes. Shush. This is all.
I hated my father's hunting trips. Every year being dragged to some English countryside to trudge acres of dreary terrain.
My father was a drinker.
Face, man.
Even though taking a life at a distance lacks level of intimacy, don't you think? I mean, the butchering process comes close.
Shooting with a bow and arrow isn't intimate enough. I like to feel the life leave their eyes as I strangle the deer. And it's just like, yes, I understand your motivations as a character now.
Like, I don't like to eat meat unless I can truly understand the pain it went through, and you're like, oh God, what the hell's wrong with you?
Oh.
So this has the potential to turn into a little bit of a problem. Charlie here might be a touch on the stock raving insane side. Our heroine is already in a bit of a situation here, and we've only just hit the title card. What would logic dictate that we do in this situation? Would it be pertinent to perhaps cooperate with the crazy person for the time being, since you are in no position where you can fight back currently?
Please?
Come on.
Oh, no, no.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe stop antagonizing the fuck. Like, are you kidding?
Right.
Like fucking goddamn. And you know this is unrealistic because she'd be Stockholm syndroming pretty quickly. she'd be realizing why she fell in love with him in the first place in this situation.
Like, well, I'm home.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can untie me now.
No, you don't understand. I love him. I know he has his problems, but he gets me.
Yeah.
She would try to claw the guy's eyes out who tried to help her by tearing him off. Modern America, man.
Not exactly how I would have handled the situation, but I guess you know something I don't, Emily. Oh no, a grizzly bear. I better go kick it.
His face. Yeah, his face. He was so insulted.
You turn her against me!
How dare you spill the spaghetti bolognese?
Surprisingly, doing this did not result in any kind of positive outcome for Emily. In fact, I would offer that it even made things a tad bit worse. What a head scratcher, huh, Emily? I suppose you don't really have time to be reflecting on it, though, since you're currently being choked out. We can ignore the fact that this man has absolutely already crushed your windpipe and perhaps begin reevaluating your strategy of survival. Don't you worry about a thing, Emily. I'll be here the whole time to let you know how you're doing.
Sing for me!
See, there you go, Emily. One door closes and another opens, as they say. Perhaps if you don't just instantly die here because you decided to antagonize your captor for some stupid reason, this might just be that little bit of extra time you need to buy yourself. Let's see how it plays out for you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm still a little woozy from whatever you gave me.
There you go. Jesus. Antagonize the dude that's like obviously gonna kill you.
Now, I'm no psychologist. I'm not one to comment on the mental well-being or lack thereof for certain individuals. I merely laugh at them. That being said, it's interesting to note that Emily seems to actually make some rather promising progress with the ensuing conversation with Charlie. She basically puts on the "I was wrong for leaving you" persona, and Charlie seems to be buying into it pretty well. And interestingly, it didn't even take that much effort on her part. All she did was say that she'll sing for him and that they can go to couples therapy, and this was enough to reduce him into a sobbing mess while saying that's all he ever wanted. What I'm getting at here is that not only is Charlie a crazy person, but he's also an easily manipulated crazy person.
So he's like super autistic, evil psycho. Like this, like he's buying this.
Yeah. 15-second memory, man.
Yeah,
it's like
she like puts on a like scared voice, like yes, I'm sorry. He's like, oh, good. I was worried that you'd leave me.
Yes, you're saying the things I want to hear. This is
we're
making progress.
This is genuine. Yeah, this is genuine.
I can already tell how seriously I'll be taking this guy for the remainder of the film, but I digress. In terms of the psychological high ground, Emily is soaring right now. She asks for her glasses back, and Charlie obliges.
Could I have my glasses, please?
I can't see without my glasses.
Yeah, they're really pounding that, aren't they?
Sorry.
Oh, she's like comically deaf. Okay, or deaf blind.
Yeah.
Knows how much I care.
While walking over to fetch them, she immediately begins to loudly fumble and shift on the couch while pulling something out of her pocket. Charlie doesn't hear or notice any of this, and in fact, when he looks over at her, she freezes and gives him the cartoon innocent smile expression that he falls for.
Will you sing for me?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't know what that is,
Oh my
actually.
god. She brought a police siren with her.
How did that happen? How did that possibly happen?
I mean, I personally would have, like, I don't know, gotten mace or, I don't know, maybe a gun. Yeah, you know. Like,
yeah. Good old switchblade, baby.
Yeah.
But this is of course only if the fact is that she did buy this to combat him, but all we know is that she just.
But it's so stupid. What does
yeah,
it
I
do?
know.
Well,
clearly it makes you blind.
Yeah, and it makes
and
it
makes
really
you fall
loud.
and bonk your head.
Oh,
It makes you fall
it's
over
part
and
of the
bonk your head on the
themes,
table.
right? Will. She blinded him.
Ah, yes.
Oh my god! It's brilliant.
Now he can't see without his glasses.
Oh my god! We cracked the code.
Yeah. So Emily uses this thing, and physical encounter number 2 occurs. This time, however, the upper hand belongs to her. Afterwards, she jumps up and fetches the knife that had been threatening her previously, and proceeds to cut the zip ties on her legs. And now a choice is being presented to her. And who wants to take bets on how well she handles it? Life or death hang in the balance. You think she's gonna keep that knife? Yeah, you know, the weapon. The advantage is hers. Her captor lies upon the ground, dazed and trying to recover from a head injury. Think she's gonna use that weapon against him in this state of vulnerability? You think that would, instantly solve this problem? You fool. This is why you would die in this situation. No, of course not. Ever the survivalist, Emily's going to ditch the knife and go for her cell phone instead. Remarkable. I'm shocked I didn't think of it myself, really. Now you don't have to have that pesky blade in your hand so you can more easily deal with Charlie, who has just body slammed you into a wall. But don't you worry about a thing, Emily. Just tell him you'll go to couples therapy and he'll be sobbing in your lap in no time. Alternatively, you could spend 20 seconds telegraphing a hit with a flower vase that he won't react to, which I suppose will ultimately give you a similar result. There you go, look at that. It's what you could have been doing a second ago if you had a knife on you. Although, I suppose. Okay, well, movie's over, I guess.
Sweet. It's just fucking 45 minutes of her walking in the woods without her glasses.
There is no way he's still alive after that.
Yeah. He is.
Like noodle arms over here.
Yeah, she is. Wham it.
Yeah.
It was like it took her like seven times to break a fucking glass vase on that dude's head. Like
it looked like a kind of a thick vase.
Yeah, sure.
Man, that Blumhouse plot armor is some powerful stuff. Good thing you got rid of that useless knife before leaving, Emily. But oh no! In the confusion and chaos, Emily appears to have stepped on her glasses, and now she's stuck in unfocused camera vision.
I like that that her vision, aside from just poor, is also Asian.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Why does our vision have to be fucking blurry? Hers make that, man, that's really funny.
No, it's because she's squinting because she can't see. It's like, no, I don't think that's what you meant, but okay.
And thus, our stage is fully set for the events ahead. And I have to say, we're off to a promising start. We've got our standard Blumhouse character templates all bumbling around while God subtly nudges them in the directions they have to go in to make sure the story happens.
Oh, mate. Without her glasses, what else could she do?
If only I had my glasses.
Really, all we need at this point is an excuse on why Emily calls this random gas station employee over in Florida rather than, I don't know, 911. Yeah, that's a little bit of an obstacle. The writers are really going to need to break out the coincidence machine for this one. Usually this is the point in your standard horror flick where the main character slams their finger into their phone screen repeatedly while shouting, "Oh, confound it, I don't have any cell phone service." But unfortunately, the entire concept of our film requires that she does. Well, I can say that through it all, she does manage to get hold of a 911 operator. However, the problem lies in the fact that since she doesn't know exactly where she is, compounded with the fact that she doesn't have her cell phone's location data on, the police won't be able to find her for upwards of an hour while they try and track down her phone signal. Emily goes on to ask if they can video call with her so that they can guide her somewhere safe. The dispatcher again dashes all her hopes by saying that they have no video capabilities and using their personal devices is against regulations. Meanwhile, he's already found her and he's just
watching. He's like, oh, this will be fun.
But in the end, convenience strikes not in the form of 911 being completely useless, but more so in the fact that Emily dropping the phone causes the call to drop. And of course, since this is an iPhone, it immediately shatters as soon as it comes into contact with the soft pine needle bed before it.
Emily, can you feel around for a hiding place?
I can't stay in one place or he's gonna find me.
Your boyfriend would be less likely to find you if you weren't screaming at the top of your lungs running through the forest.
Needless to say, this is but a momentary obstacle to overcome, because after all she has to do is call them back. You know, do the exact same thing that she just did a second ago. But Emily here is tired of the routine and decides that she's going to mix it up a little bit. We're just going to go to recent calls here. Good progress, good progress. Now, logic would dictate that you would select the most recent call, correct? You know, the one that's typically at the top of the screen. No, dear viewer. See, this is why you wouldn't make it out of this situation. Panic is your friend, you see. And also, you would want the number that's at the bottom of the call log.
Oh, no. You dummy. It's 911. That's clearly more than 911.
The funny thing to take note of here is that this is still Sam's phone number that she selects. To further illustrate, the shot shows that she actually called Emily more than once, at least enough to the point where it's the second to last received call, and also enough to the point where it's already down at the bottom of the call log. I know that wrong numbers happen every now and then, but there really does come a point where it seems like you aren't trying. Keep in mind that the part of the number that she's getting wrong here is the area code. She's dialing 810 from an 850 area. How do you get your own area code wrong? Multiple times. Never the matter, mind you, because now we can officially kick the plot off.
Goddamn phone! What are you fucking doing? What do you want?
Sam is immediately presented with the ludicrous request of being a virtual seeing eye dog for someone running away from their ex-partner. Her initial reaction to the request is the logical one of, "You want me to what? How the hell do you expect me to do that?" But in the end, she agrees to do it. Now, I can't speak for the alligator-themed eye assaulter that is this gas station, but I know that when I was working a cashier job, being on a video call was so far out of the question it wasn't even funny. Provided Sam here has the advantage of being by herself, so she doesn't have the crack dealer telling her to get off her phone. But that advantage is also a hindrance because she still has to be helping the customers during all this. Customers that are regularly coming in throughout the movie.
I gotta go, I got a customer.
Right. It is, of course, self-aware enough to put in a person like Carol, but what it fails to understand is that people like Carol are typically 1 out of every 5 customers that come in. The amount of time that Sam spends on her phone is directly proportional to the chances that someone is going to come in and cause a problem over it. What do you mean I can't use my WIC check to buy these cigarettes? It's 'cause you're on your phone, isn't it? I'm going to speak to your manager, you pile of human filth. That's okay, though. Nobody ever brings it up. I've never had my immersion so thoroughly broken in a film before.
Oh my god, he's hunting, like in the British wilderness.
Oh my god.
My father was
a bit of a hunter.
and a fiend.
So now we can begin the guiding. How well do you suppose this is going to go? And by that I mean, how many steps do you think Emily is going to take before she trips over a root again? Because how the hell is Sam supposed to account for that?
All right, I need to figure out which way to go. So can you tell me what you see? Please.
That way.
So can you tell me what you see? Trees.
Great start, guys. Safety is within reach. Emily hasn't even taken step 1 yet, but Sam is still reconciling the backdrop.
Okay, I'm sorry. I should probably call someone else for you because I just can't. I can't.
Yes, you should call the police.
No, their regulations, Tom, mean that
they can't video
her.
call.
It makes sense, damn it.
Although it takes her basically being on the verge of fucking freaking out. It's like, I'm not the person to agree. It's like, you're just gonna not hear. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm complaining about. This just stupid. It's just pissing me off.
There. It's okay, person who's not being chased by a murderer. Let's approach this one problem at a time, shall we? Speaking of, let's keep in mind that Emily still has her wrists zip-tied through all this. Thus, circulation is starting to get cut off from her hands. She knows this because she's training to be a doctor, you see.
You still haven't took your zip ties off? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, she like
what
used
have you
the
been
knife.
doing?
She used the knife to cut the feet zip ties, but not the hand ones.
So the two decide to take a moment to figure out how to get these off. Sam begins her research and finds some Russian guy who informs her that she needs to tighten the restraints before hitting them over her knee, which should cause them to snap. Emily does this, which creates one of 2 results.
You fucking...
Oh my...
What a stupid... What a... Oh my gosh.
Nice. Really just didn't have the fortitude to hold that in, huh? That's alright, I suppose. But surely now you realize that your location has been compromised, right?
Did the ties come off? Yep. Yes. Sergey for the win.
Yeah, and I screamed really loud while I'm running away from a guy that's trying to murder me.
You think that maybe he's gonna hear that, Emily? You think that the guy who just bitched to you about how he used to be dragged out on hunting trips is going to notice that little sign there, Emily? No, of course not. This thought doesn't even cross her mind. She would thrive in the Quiet Place universe. But then we also have problem number 2. The restraint has apparently sliced into her wrists just a bit, something that was truly realized upon forcing them to snap over her knees.
Hey, buddy, are you okay?
Yeah, it cut me up, but there are no major blood vessels here, so we're good.
There are no major blood vessels in the wrist. What are you talking about?
Sorry, did she say she was studying to be a doctor?
Yeah.
It's all right. There's no blood in the wrist. I'll be fine.
No blood in the wrist. Of course, yes.
Yeah, that's a thing she just said. There are no major blood vessels in the wrist. I'm sorry, Emily. I'm afraid I just don't quite believe you. You'll forgive me if I confirm your statement with the incredibly minimal effort of looking it up on Google, right? Oh, wow. Color me shocked. There are 2.
I'll be damned.
Thinking that people would take me more seriously as a doctor if I had glasses on.
Yeah, you know, I have this really weird feeling that that's not why your peers aren't taking you seriously, Emily. And realistically, from my layman's knowledge on the subject, I think that the chances of you hitting either of these arteries with a tightened zip tie are relatively small. The larger primary arteries are pretty far under the skin, again, from my layman's understanding. So hilariously, you're going to continue to think this because no ramifications are going to come from it. And oh, hey, look at that! Look who heard you screaming a second ago and almost instantly found you. That'll happen, I suppose. Good thing he's content to play Tom and Jerry and let you get away for now so we can keep the story rolling along.
Hey, if you got lost in the woods, what would you do?
I wouldn't get lost.
Yes, of course. I did have breakfast this morning. However, this brings us to our secondary main goal for the time being. Find a body of water and follow it back to civilization.
Bruh. You do that around here. Yeah, you go follow water. See how long it takes you to get to civilization in some places. Hot dog, man. You'd have, oh, goodness gracious.
Well, see, he would never get lost, so he doesn't know what to do if he were to get lost, because he wouldn't.
I don't get lost.
It'd be funny if all it did was lead back to Charlie's cabin, but we won't entertain such negative thoughts. Only positive vibes with Sam and the possibly bleeding out Emily here. So what process must one accomplish to find water, you may be asking?
How to...
It's gonna teach her how to dig a well if you type that into Google.
Well, fear not, because according to Search, all Emily has to do is follow birds, apparently. However, since Emily can't see crap, and that's the whole reason she's on the phone with Sam in the first place, this raises a fairly obvious issue.
Wait, I heard a flock of birds fly above me a few minutes ago.
You heard a flock of birds, huh?
When? When?
Wait, I think I heard a flock of birds earlier.
I heard them go this way.
They were going chirp, chirp.
Okay. I'm sorry. I must have forgotten that all blind people are Daredevil. When the hell did you hear birds, Emily? Oh, of course. Straight above you. Giving you full directional coordinates on their flight path. How silly of me. Hilariously, this is compounded with the fact that Emily is just straight up wrong here. For you see, the birds were flying in the direction this fallen tree was pointing in, and Emily concluded on straight ahead, for no other discernible reason than it was the direction she was already facing. The movie doesn't notice this, however, because she does end up finding water later on.
She can't even see your feet.
She can't feel. She can't feel.
Yeah.
She can't feel with her feet.
Look out! A tripwire. You know.
Can't feel without her glasses.
Emily, look out for that landmine.
Oh my God! A pitfall.
Yeah, she just ends up in a fucking military base.
Targeting you with her.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I am skipping all of the exposition here, because oh my God, this movie has so much exposition. And I could bore you with the details. I really could. I could make this a 3-hour video like everything else I've done and weave you this tale of how Emily is sad because she didn't take a trip to Japan with her mother. Or of how Sam was once forced to play the Asian Power Rangers villain because all of her friends were racist.
You know, when I was little, the kids playing Power Rangers, they would make me be Rita Repulsa.
Ha ha! I bet you did a good job.
And something about Breakfast with Tiffany's where I'll admit my attention was starting to wane a little bit. And there's so much more. There really is. And I could go into all of it. I could do it. But I am a man of mercy. And I've already decided that this is going to be a shorter video. So yeah, no, we're skipping all of this. The Freezie machine is acting up. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention that's a plot point. And once it started doing so again, Sam walks forward, forgetting that she has her phone plugged in, which rips the USB plug off, getting it stuck in the port. And like I said earlier, panic is your friend. So she stops everything that she's doing and grabs a knife so she can start trying to dig it out. This is happening in conjunction with Emily trying to find a safe passage down the hill to where the water is. But since Sam is currently having a problem straight out of a SpongeBob episode, she fails to guide her and Emily ends up falling. Simultaneously, Sam then proceeds to stab herself with the knife. But that's okay, 'tis but a flesh wound. Just a quick dab with a Kleenex and a momentary smear over the cheekbone and Sam is ready to tackle problem number 2. As the Freezie machine proceeds to cough and sputter, Sam begins wiping her still bleeding hand over the lid of the container, while at the same time attempting to continue guiding the now completely disoriented and phoneless Emily. God damn, Samantha. I'm not sure I can heap quite enough praise onto how miraculously well you're handling this situation. Truly, Emily's life is in safe hands.
Oh, you're getting blood in the ice machine, you dumb.
Oh, no. Yeah, strawberry flavor.
Fire her.
There you go.
Strawberry and mint.
Yeah.
If I as a business owner walked in and seen this shit, I would be insane.
Fucking bleeding
like, what
everywhere.
the fuck are you doing?
God, I'm sorry. Okay, I was distracted.
I have to fix my Freezie machine.
After I stab myself because I'm a complete dumbass.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, use that hand.
Dude, this is painful to watch.
Like,
my god.
What are you even doing? Have you considered just unplugging the machine? Hey, there you go.
Thank you. Fuck. Dummy.
Still a little bit of blood on you, so, why don't you scrape the rest of it off in the other container just for good measure? You are in Florida, after all. I doubt most of your customer base will question it.
Why does my mint-flavored ice shake taste like blood?
You guys have a lot of iron in your water?
I swear I asked for blue bubblegum flavor, not strawberry. Why is it all red?
And what better timing for Charlie to show up to this little bumbling disaster than right now? Conveniently, the phone landed in the absolute perfect positioning where it could get a cinematic shot of him standing at the drop-off right above Emily. He looks directly at the phone a couple times, decides that it's nothing important to look into, and then walks off away from his truck for some reason. This, in turn, allows Emily to retrieve the phone and then begin devising her newest plan of escape. Since the water plan they haven't tried yet didn't work, Emily concludes that the only logical decision to make from here is for her to steal the truck and have Sam guide her on where to steer it.
We're going back up.
No, just keep going downriver. Let's go.
Nope, we're gonna get his car.
Yeah, there you go.
No. No.
Yeah, we have to. Yeah.
No, you don't have to. Just go down the river.
No, it's the only way.
No.
Needless to say, Sam has to be a negative Nancy about this plan and say, hold on. That might not work, but as I said earlier, we only allow positive thinking in Emily and Sam world, and Emily concludes that it's their only option as she starts climbing away from the water that they just spent the better part of the afternoon looking for. But yeah, no matter. Ever adaptable is Emily the survivalist, and who needs the ability to see when you have the random gas station employee that bleeds all over the food? Unfortunately, in the most unforeseen of circumstances, the plan is interrupted by Charlie returning to his vehicle.
He's here. He's here. Duck.
Duck? What? Dude, he's probably coming to. What the? Dude, you gotta be kidding.
Hurry, hide. Emily decides to take the opportunity to run him over and has Sam tell her when he's in the right spot to do so.
Now.
Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now.
Fuck yeah. Well, not enough.
Not true.
Oh my god.
Nice. Nice.
Oh my god.
That lasted about as long as I figured it would.
Yeah. Oh, poor Bronco.
We gotta go.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
Sam, it's stuck. Sam, it's stuck.
Yeah, dummy. Oh, that's why. Not the other tree in the hood.
No. Following this, Emily grabs a shard of glass and heads over to Charlie to finish him off, once again teasing us with an early ending that will never come. This is the third time Charlie has been incapacitated and Emily doesn't just kill him. The last two times, sure, we could attribute that to our old pal Blind Panic. However, this time, there is no excuse. Well, no, there is an excuse, but it isn't a good one.
Emily, this isn't you, okay? No, I don't know, but let's just go, okay?
If he just left me alone, none of this would have happened.
Don't do it, Emily. Whatever you do, don't do it.
Yes, Emily. Do not kill this clearly insane lunatic who has been trying to murder you all day, and will absolutely continue to do so when he gets back up. Be the bigger person, Emily. Refrain from self-defense. Keep the plot moving. You can keep the glass shard, though. Let's not get crazy or anything. He is trying to kill you, after all.
Kill him. Yeah, he's moving.
Yeah. Kill him now. Kill him now.
Oh my god. Oh
Kill him.
My god.
Kill him.
Oh my god.
What are you doing? And the movie continues. It's very thematic of her to point the phone at her pocket so that she could see.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
He's already starting to move again. She's just walking away, bumbling away.
Yeah. And so the conflict continues. Again. keeping Emily in the exact same situation she was in before, and saving this from becoming a 40-minute movie. But at least now she can say she was the better person. You're an inspiration to us all, Emily. Charlie immediately gets back up and grabs a shotgun out of his truck, by the way. Oh well, moving on.
Cool, so the movie continues because stupidity. Got it.
Remember when Sam broke her phone charger off? Well, it's time for that to become a stupid problem now because her phone is about to die. And right on cue, who should show back up to the gas station than the patron saint herself? I'm sure you can see where this is going, but we'll break it down anyway. Hurry, I need your phone, it's an emergency. Your side said those crackers were $3.48 and my receipt says $3.50. Please, somebody is going to die, you don't understand. What do you mean I can't buy those frozen dog treats with my food stamps? They're shelved with the rest of the ice cream. Anyway, Sam leads the crazy person back into the store where she proceeds to snatch her phone away and locks herself in the glass cubicle that surrounds the checkout stand. Carol proceeds to scream at her about how she really shouldn't be telling people to have a good day because you don't know if they're actually having a good day. And it's very disrespectful to say that to somebody when you don't know what's going on in their life. And Sam hangs up on whoever she was talking to. Like any rational customer, Carol returns to her car to fetch a gun.
Where are you, you gator fuck?
What the fuck was that?
Where are you, you gator fuck?
Where you at, you gator fucker?
You gator.
That was a
Where
delivery.
are you, you alligator molester?
Some lunacy ensues that really isn't worth mentioning. Sam trades cases between the two phones to momentarily trick Carol, and from that point on, the phone will randomly switch cases in between shots. So that's always funny.
That case costs more than you make in a year. It's 24 karat gold. Now hand it over.
That bitch is retarded because I bet she actually believes that it's 24 karat gold because they sell stupid bullshit like that as 24 karat gold plate. They don't make 24 karat gold jewelry.
Yeah.
Like there are some there that's not completely true. There's like 2 countries, one of them's Thailand, where they make like 0.999%. They ain't making a fucking 24 karat gold cell phone. Your thumbprint would imprint into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the end, how things go is Carol walks out after discharging her gun in a public building and uses her watch to call her husband.
What are you doing?
So was this character just
Being a
introduced
Karen.
in this
What's it
scene?
look like, Dom?
What are you
This
doing?
is how they act.
What are we watching?
Hey, you remember when that lady fell into the water and is possibly
I love
drowning?
how she was like just as afraid of her spitting M&Ms as she was as a gunshot because of gunshot.
Well, they were Skittles, Tom.
Oh, fine, whatever.
Call Hubby Wubby.
Hubby Wubby.
Yeah, totally different. Yeah, it'd be absurd if you were scared of M&M's, but Skittles.
Yeah.
Good God.
So that idiocy is momentarily delayed so we can check up on Emily and how she's been doing through all this.
What do you have to say for yourself?
I don't care, Charlie. I don't care. Kill me if you want, but you do not get to murder me and play the victim.
No, we're skipping this. Emily ends up falling off of a cliff because Charlie decided to choke her even though he has a gun. It randomly disappears into thin air once he starts doing it, though, so at least we have that as an explanation. This movie really has thought of everything, hasn't it?
Bye. Into the water, and off you swim. But in reality, what would happen is she would have hit that rock right there.
Yeah.
Or if she didn't, she landed on her back, and all of the wind is still knocked out of her, because that shit fucking hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me too.
Naturally, Emily survives this. She's got a little bit of a scrape on her knee, but you know, that's okay. Honestly, I think she should be marveling at the fact that that's all she ended up coming out of this with. I've gotten worse injuries while shaving.
She swam to shore even though she can't see.
Yeah, you know.
Can she not see or not? You know?
Hey, you think she still has her phone? I'm just saying, I don't know where she would have put that fucking thing.
Yeah. But this is the point where Sam meets back up with her, and we get a quick status report of how things are going. The positive vibes part of this journey are over, I'm afraid, and now is the time for complaining and talking about how the plan isn't going to work anymore. Those of you familiar with the old 3-act structure will recognize this as the end of 2nd act, beginning of 3rd act, low point. I'm sure you'll forgive me for skimming it. What we can basically conclude is that while driving a car blindly wasn't an unrealistic idea, trying to navigate in the dark is. And we can't use a flashlight because Charlie might see that, even though I have no possible clue on why you would think Charlie thinks you're still alive after that. So what we have now is the plan of silent defeat and waiting for Charlie to show up and kill her. And man, I have to say, if I were Sam right now, I would be a little upset. What do you mean you're giving up now because it's dark? What? You were about to steal a truck and expect me to maneuver through the entire goddamn forest in it. I just stole a crazy person's phone so that I could get a hold of you again, and now there are bullets in the ceiling. I have actually put my life in danger to help you, but now all hope is lost because you skinned your knee and it's dark out.
I'm just gonna lay here until he finds me.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll just wait here for the deranged woman to return and shoot me in the face then. This is followed by a very drawn-out scene where Sam calls Emily's mother and holds the phone up so the two can talk to each other and say goodbye. And honestly, I would go over it, but I'm sorry, I just don't care. I really don't. The scene doesn't provide anything to the narrative. Because, surprise, surprise, the problem therein is almost immediately solved by a random ex machina light that flickers on in the background. There's a bit of a back and forth between Sam and Emily that I suppose Emily's mom was content to stay silent and just listen to, before Emily is finally convinced to get up and start heading towards it.
I wasn't there. Okay, I needed a break. I needed a break from her and from her sickness, and so I went out and I got drunk. I left and...
Shit,
I need to tell you because it's not relevant to the story. Is that right?
Fucking meet up for brunch and talk about this. Go to the light.
And Emily's
And
mom
this
is
one
just,
time at band camp,
Emily's mom is still alive.
she's just listening to all this.
Well, this is a very...
going on?
Emily,
Yeah.
Emily, you know you can't see without your glasses.
the time I got back home, I left her.
Well, this is a very lovely story, but who are you again?
Excuse me, is my daughter dying or not? She's just like on the phone.
I don't really care either way. I would just like to...
My daughter is literally suffering from hypothermia. I don't give a shit about your sob
Is this
story.
one of those cringy things? I don't know.
Call an ambulance, you fuck.
you gator fucker.
Somebody ask Max if that's a normal
I want Emily's mother on the line to be like that. What the fuck are you doing, you gator fuck? You better call 911 right now, you poor son of a bitch.
I swear to God.
You get your filthy, poor tub of lard hands off my daughter's phone.
That's 24K gold right there.
That's 24K gold.
You deserve a bullet to the skull for touching my gold.
Lead me to the light. You can see the light.
No, she can't. She doesn't have her
Oh yeah, because yes, because bright lights are really hard to see in the dark.
Yep.
Yeah, but you can't see without her glasses. So,
Oh my
you know.
god, my knees hurt. I can't see without my glasses.
There we go. Problem solved. We're back on track now. And of course, Charlie is 15 steps away from this light as well.
Oh my god.
Man,
this dude.
that's incredible.
This dude is fucking.
He's committed.
He's a tracker.
Yeah. Which means we get to move happily into our climax. And all of the stupidity that comes with it. Oh, by the way, this guy shows up.
What's going on?
This is gonna be known as bad.
That's
gas
Hubby
station.
Wubby, you guys. Wake up. You're walking through life asleep. It's obviously Hubby Wubby. Jesus Christ.
He's calling it an airstrike. Gas station, Emily. Oh my god.
Oh my god, please pull out like a...
Please have a rocket launcher. Oh my god, what the fuck is happening? Whoa.
These two are ready to commit murder over a cell phone case.
What is this fucking cringe?
No.
Oh yeah, better lock the door so they can't shoot me.
Yeah, there you go. The filmmakers realized the gas station portions of the movie might get a little on the slow side, so they inserted 2 homicidal lunatics to pass the time by. And I have to say, it's certainly working. I'm far more fascinated in what's going on with Sam right now than I am Emily. At this point, she's just hiding in a barn while Charlie tries to break the door down. Sam has all of this insanity going on. Thankfully, she's picked up a survival tip or two from Emily, because her first reaction to seeing 2 people with guns is to leave the relative safety of her little cubicle so she can run up to the glass door and lock it. You know, so the people with guns can't get in. This, of course, works, and redundantly buys Sam enough time to return to the register.
Damn it, they have guns. You have to call the police.
No. I really did steal the phone.
Ah yes, of course. They're aiming guns at me and threatening to murder me, but I can't call the police. I took her phone, you see, so I'm technically the one who's in the wrong. Florida's weird, man. But fear not, because who should arrive just in time to save the day than the town heroin addict himself?
Oh man, and this guy's gonna show up, but what the fuck do you motherfuckers think you're doing in my goddamn bullshit? Is he gonna be the actual fucking, he's gonna be the guy?
Found this establishment, you sons of whoa!
No.
No,
he's not. Oh, never mind. Carry on then. After the gas station manager proceeds to display that he doesn't have a key to the register cubicle, he decides to call the police.
I got some trash.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, because that's what you say to police on the phone. Hey, I got some dirty trash that needs cleaning up. Hey, police, I got a Gator fuck here that needs to go to prison.
The Florida police are like, a Gator fuck.
Well, shit, I'll be right down.
Because, of course, any reasonable person would know that the cops are going to help the 2 gun-toting maniacs and the raving Florida tweaker.
And you're weaker and smaller, you're not.
Oh my god!
They point the gun at her!
What?
Everybody
guns? You're not
Everybody
pointing
has
guns at the 2
like,
people
hey.
holding guns. You
Yeah,
got
it's
to,
her.
point guns at the employee in the box.
You got 2 people with one of them has like an M16 and they run in
rifle.
point guns at the cashier.
They just run in, point guns at this unarmed cashier. Like, there's 2 rich people next to them holding guns.
Yeah.
Put your fucking hands up, you Gator fuck.
Hey, see? Told you. But alas, we're going to have to take a break from this lunacy for a moment so we can check in on how Emily's doing. While the cavalry of morons was building up outside, Sam and Emily devised a brilliant plan to take Charlie down. See, it's gonna be great. So first, Emily is going to stuff straw into her jacket and pose it in a corner so Charlie will approach it, and then she's gonna jump out and, well, she's gonna spray him with weed killer, I guess.
Weed spray. Well, I mean...
Yeah. It'll give him cancer.
Yeah.
And what's the plan beyond that, you may be asking? Well, they haven't thought that far ahead, but don't you worry. I'm sure they'll think of something. We have less than 10 minutes left, so it has to break one way or the other. Surprisingly, since the plan didn't exactly extend beyond spray with pesticide, Charlie eventually begins gaining the upper hand and starts choking Emily again. He really likes resorting to that, despite having a plethora of far more effective means of murder around him. And, you know, since Emily here has the windpipe of steel, I kind of feel like he'd want to try something else every now and then. But nope. 3rd time's a charm, I guess. He just really wants it to go down this way, I suppose. I wonder what form of random-ass, out-of-nowhere ex machina will save her at the last second.
The mirror's in your pocket! Use the mirror!
All right, the mirror. Yeah, that shard of glass you've been carrying around in your pocket this entire time that has cut neither your clothing nor skin during the entire fall down the mountain and subsequent tossing about through the river. Yeah, forgive me for forgetting about that because I'm pretty sure it completely stopped existing between the car scene and now. And so Emily finally does the thing she originally had the opportunity for in the first 5 minutes of the movie. It really went that extra mile to ensure a decent amount of drama for the evening. I'd say handshakes all around are in order. We get our dramatic fall, and Emily just kind of ends the call with Sam. No thank yous or anything to speak of, just job's done, bye. Seems pretty par for the course, honestly. Upon witnessing this, Sam unlocks her door and surrenders herself to the mob.
Thank you.
Thanks for the help.
She didn't even say thanks. She's just like, I'm done.
You keep those hands where we can see him, you gator fuck.
Fire!
Oh, the ground! Bang, 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 bang!
Why are they arresting her?
Okay, so they're arresting.
It's Florida.
Why are they arresting
That's why. It's Florida, Tom.
It's Florida.
She stole a phone.
It's just how Florida is, all
The
right?
fucking guy holding up the assault rifle behind the police.
All in all, it seems like a pretty standard Friday for Gator Galore. Like everything else in this movie, though, her arrest doesn't actually mean anything because she's out in the very next scene.
Oh, she's got her glasses again.
Dumb bitch still hasn't got the fucking LASIK surgery. She's just ready for this. You know, there's got to be a sequel, so.
We get one final scene where her and Emily talk about how happy they are now that they're the bestest of best friends ever. And I mean, I suppose you could say that there are some threads here that are resolved, but they were all involved with the mountains of exposition that I skipped. For all intents and purposes, Sam is going to go back to college, and Emily and her mom aren't fighting anymore. It's very heartwarming. Very, very heartwarming and wholesome. And after this reassurance to the audience that everyone lived happily ever after, we immediately smash headfirst into the closing credits. So, yeah, that was an interesting little fever dream for us to wade through, huh?
How do people get money? Dude, Blumhouse, it's like, you want a movie? Yeah, you want a movie. Hell yeah, bro. It's like, what? Bro, what are you doing?
Jason, please.
Jason, did you read the script? The what? No, what's a script? I don't know what that is. The fuck you saying to me? He just fucking makes whatever the fuck he feels like, which, you know, in a way is kind of base, but also then he makes this bullshit and then you make me watch it. So this is his fault. He's enabling this to happen to me.
It's a Blumhouse movie, man. Like, the script was just, it was thrown on Jason Blum's desk, and he was like, and he didn't even look at it. He was like, yeah, whatever. Here's $3 million. Go make it.
Some producer or like screenwriter came into his office like, Mr. Blum, he's like, yes, go, do it. He's like, I haven't even, shut up, just do it.
I love it.
I love it all.
$3 million. Do it. Go.
It's the new Exorcist. Go, make it.
He just goes, oh yeah, actually I love it. He's like, why? You're not meant to look it, you're meant to make it.
Yeah, the writer comes back like, why? Like, I came in to suggest rewrites, and he's like, no, make it. Greenlit. It's already in production.
You already have a budget.
You like this? They just told me to make something.
Quickly, the director.
With a kilo of cocaine and said I couldn't leave until I'd written something.
Quick, the director and actors are already on set. Go.
These props and these actors to work with.
I've already rented out a gas station. Go.
While you're at it, go put on a suit. The premiere's starting. The premiere's happening now. Go.
Dude,
the movie's over.
Honest,
the movie's done. Production's ended.
A weirdly inconsistent tone seems to permeate this entire feature. I'm pretty sure they were trying to tell jokes through this, but these moments of levity were strewn very haphazardly in scenes where much more serious things were happening, making it hard to tell if the movie was expecting me to laugh or become more tense. It's like they tried to do Marvel humor, but something went wrong in the execution of it. Imagine getting Marvel humor wrong. That's a criticism I never thought I'd make. The two instances that jump to mind with this are the initial appearances of Carol's husband and the brief moment where Emily shouts at Charlie from the cliff. The latter in particular is an interesting case, as up to this point, Emily had shown nothing but petrified horror at Charlie this entire time. But when she's finally cornered by him, her reaction is one of making fun of TED Talks and telling him that he's stupid. It's a coping mechanism. Sure, man. That's certainly how it was framed. Those brief silences in between her shouting was for the audience to reconcile that, certainly. Emily's coping mechanism is being as antagonistic as physically possible towards the guy who kidnapped and is now pointing a gun at her. Other than that, I don't think I really need to go into why everything else in this movie doesn't work. I think it's fairly reasonable to say that most people would probably realize why guiding a blind person through a video call isn't going to last beyond the first 30 seconds. One of the 78 different problems to pop up being, yes, there is a slight delay between your speech to me and my receiving it, isn't there? I suppose that explains the 17 trees I've walked into that you didn't warn me about until after. Goddamn, Blumhouse, you really do just churn these things out, don't you? Initially, I was curious to find out what kind of budget this movie had, but weirdly enough, it doesn't seem to be listed anywhere. It doesn't help that there are like 3 other things called Unseen that came out this year, but from a moderate level of research into the subject, I've come to the conclusion that the budget just hasn't been released. I could tweet at Jason Blum and be like, how much money did you give Unseen? Purely out of curiosity.
He'll just be like, he'll just be like, I don't know.
$3 million.
It's like, I don't know. I just like reached into my desk and like pulled out what money I managed to grab and I gave it to him. You think I got time? You think I got time to monitor?
I just told him to carry out some suitcases.
I just fucking gave him what was in my wallet and
hey, whatever. I made a profit at the very least. I don't care.
You think I worry about that? I got people for that. It's just like, fair enough, I guess.
It's a mystery. One that we may never find out the truth for.